Today, we are going to discuss about the kind of class and methods, we'll say. So whenever other programming language, maybe in a Java or maybe .NET or any other, there is concept of class or concept of methods. So in the Go language, we are going to understand how we can define our class. Can say. So there is no direct concept of the class in the GoLang, but there are alternative way. Maybe in the C language, like concept of a structure. Similarly, Go language follow the syntax up here for the C language like a structure. But question is that why we need this kind of object or struct or class or okay. So let's understand the concept. So currently we are able to like declare any variable, maybe age, maybe name, maybe salary, maybe department, maybe any other thing. So generally sometimes these variables are logically grouped. Maybe good example as a one customer. So any customer have some logical property, you can say logical attributes, like a customer can have a name, customer can have an age, customer can have a mobile number, customer can have an email address, customer can have an address. So these informations are belong to specific things or a specific object. So here in the real life, generally we are saying particular things or entity or object, whatever you can say. But in a programming language, sometimes say this is the one customer is the one object, another customer is the another object, another customer is another object, maybe student is another object, maybe car is another object, maybe employee is another object. So each object or thing or entity have some attributes, means customer have a name, customer have age, mobile number, email address, permanent address, lots of things we can say. So logically these are the variable name can be string, name can be, age can be integer, mobile can be string, different kind of, okay. So now till now we have understand different types of variable we can declare and we can use them, we can sum them, we can concatenate them. But now we are going to how they are related to specific things, in the programming language. You can say this is the object. So here in a computer or in a real life, always you see the object, right? Maybe you are in the home, this is a laptop is an object, mobile is an object, table is an object, computer is an object, mouse is an object, printer is an object. Whatever you things generally we are using is an object, or in a things, or in an item, whatever you comfortable say. But in a programming language, generally we refer to an object. So object, that means they have some qualities. Might be this customer have a two kind of things. One is the static field, like identification of the customer, customer name, customer PAN number, customer SN number, anything. These are their identification. So one quality or one attribute can be your object attributes or object characteristics, you can say. So these all the attributes or field or variable names, you can say these are the object characteristics, okay. And sometimes this object also have a quality like they can do some works, like customer can speak, customer can walk, customer can run. There are set of behavior, set of activities that object can perform, right? Like a mobile have a set of attribute and set of behavior. Behavior means what the function, what the working. Like student have a some set of attribute might be student name, roll number, subject name, class name, right? And what the behavior? Student can study, student can run, student can jump, student can play, student can participate. So generally in the real life, whatever we have a object, this object have a kind of a majorly two uh, attribute, you can say. One is your attributes and another is your behavior. So these things we can combine as an attributes plus behavior of any things we can say in the computer language as a object. Okay, so whenever you want to define any object or in this programming language, say types, type of object, you can say. So any sometime this attribute have a different name. Sometime attribute you can say attribute itself, sometime you can say hey this is the field, sometime you can say it is a variable, alternative name. But what this means, attribute means the any object what the identity, maybe name, id, roll number, identification number, anything, those are the fixed variable value, you can say. And maybe one object can have a multiple field, multiple attribute, multiple variable name. And the option also have option, somehow some object can have some behavior. Behavior can be speak, behavior can be run, behavior can be display, behavior can be walk, anything. Now this is somehow in the programming language behavior, you can say a method or function. Okay, so I will talk about the major differences between method and function. Till now, notice we have written lots of functions in till now our programming, but today we are going to use a new terminology like method. Means whenever you are writing any function that are bound to a specific object or a specific type, you can say this is the method. So method and function both are the similar thing, but this specific function are bound to a specific object or a specific type, then you can say it is a method, else you can say it is a function. Okay, so in general we can say anything in our real life, whatever you are using or watching or seeing or feeling, each and everything considered as an object, and we can define those objects as a type in the Go language. So Go language say hey, you can define one type, maybe customer type, maybe employee type, maybe student type, any kind of types. Okay, so in this Go language we are going to understand how we can define this custom object that can have a multiple attribute or multiple fields, and if possible we can associate some behavior, that means method, to a specific object. So hope it's clear about the why we need, because Go language is a general purpose programming language, and it is used for our real life problem. It will solve our real life problem. So in real life always we see the actual things, actual object, actual entity, anything you can say. But those all the object, like if you go to the bank is in one object, maybe manager in another object, saving account, current account, withdrawal, all are different things we are interacting. So whenever you are interacting with the real life, similarly how our computer, any programming language help us to the streamline the banking process. So nowadays we as a customer, we can easily do all the banking activity, transaction activity from our software. because our software on the build of any programming language, maybe Go language or Java language or .NET language or Kotlin language, finally objective, we can map our human related problem, human related process, human related task to the program computer, so that computer can easily help us, assist us to serve the human problem with a efficient way, with a capacity, you can say with a minimum time, and lots of benefit about the software which we are going to the build. So Go language is a general purpose software. Due to that, here also we can map whatever the real object into the programming language, and generally any real object must have some identity attribute, which you can say field, and might be can have some behavior, then we can say this is the method. So let us deep dive and understand how we can define an object, our custom object, and how we can associate a method. Okay, let's go to example like I am going to so here in a Go language, you can define your custom object or type using the type keyword. Just say type. So whenever you get, hey, I am going to define a new type, might be the string or the one type, integer is one type, float is another types, all the different types, and you Go language say you can define your custom types. So till now, whatever we have studied, like, hey, I want to declare one integer variable. So let's age is int and types of int. So this age variable is the types of integer. Maybe you are going to the maybe you can say sex, or maybe male or female. It should be boolean. Okay, bool. So these are the your variable name and these are the types. So till now Go language have already defined predefined types for us, like integer, float, string, bool. Okay, so these are the complex number. So these are the inbuilt types this Go language already provided. Similar kind of things we are going to, hey, I am going to declare one variable like my customer. This should be types of customer, because this have a hold only one integer value. This is only hold true and false value. So I need my custom data type that can hold not only one attributes. Maybe here I want to name, age, and the email. So this custom types, so here we are going to understand, we are going to define our custom type. Due to that, the keyword we are using in the Go language is type. You are going to define the new types. So whatever the programming language, we have understand the primitive types. That means the language already provided types. We are using it. But now our business, our requirement not fulfilled by the independent variable. I need some domain driven terminology or business specific types. So those cases, instead of integer, instead of boolean, I can say, hey, our types might be customer, type might be student, type might be bank, type might be employee, anything. So these custom types, you can say, we are going to define the help of struct. So another keyword we are going to use the struct. The struct help us. We are going to say, hey, I am going to define one type, that type of a structure. What is the structure of that type? Struct means how those types are built. As a general meaning of struct, struct means structure. Structure. So structure means anything, any object, how it's made, what kind of length, width, attribute, variable, some everything. So whatever you define on a particular new type, let's say this is the type T. So T types, how to construct, how to made, what the attribute, what the field should be. So due to that, say, hey, this is the new types. I am going to say like customer, and this is the struct type. This is the way you are going to say, hey, I am going to define one type customer, and what is the structure of those customer? You say, hey, it should be name as a string, or you can say similarly you can say age let's could be integer. Okay, so in this way you can define any number of attributes whatever you want. Customer name, customer age, customer address, anything you can define. So in this way, this is the simplest way. Now you can define your own custom type, that is the customer, and customer is constructed with the help of these two attributes. Here not only two, you can define 1, 2, 3, 4, any number of types, depend upon your types, what kind of types you are going to define. Okay, so now we have already defined this customer type. So look like here you can say, hey, like previously, like x is the variable. Say here, say, hey, variable x type, like a x types of integer, right? And here here say x equal to 20. Here say fmt dot print ln, and you say, hey, I am printing the value of x. So in this way, what you are declaring the variable, and here declaration say, hey, this is the x types of integer, and here say, hey, what is the value you can initialize, and you can just printing them. Oh, let's see. Okay, so let's compile and run. So similarly here we can, instead of this custom, you can also say, hey, I can use this customer type itself or any variable. So this is the one way, or sometime even you can say, whenever you are writing this shorthand variable, say, hey, let's variable y equal to, directly say, hey, 10. So depend upon the this types, this type, our dot print ln, and it will print y. Yes, say y equal to simply say x equal to. So generally this way we can declare variable, we can print variable, do two way. First declare, initialize, then use. Similarly here. So whatever so whatever similar kind of things here, notice this is the digit data type. Now in this similar place we can define our customer type object. Hey, we can get variable x and then initialize the value, then, or you can say directly initialize the value in this. So both we can have an option. You can declare, then initialize, or directly initialize the value, it will works. Okay, so it will print the output. Just go to the directory and run go, and this will print. Okay, so let's do how we can define our own types. Okay, so let us maybe define customer one. Say, hey, customer one, oh, why not running? Okay, it will take some compilation time, not an issue, but it will run. Okay, not an issue. I think might be I'm writing this way, due to that it did not run, but it will, yeah, it will work. Okay, it will take time, but it will work. So okay, so I'm going to declare one customer one, customer. Let's one customer. Here you can say, hey, colon equal to, directly you can do this way, or you can do simply, let's define the variable your customer one. Types of this customer, you can say, hey, this is the types of this. Okay, and here say, hey, I'm going to initialize this customer. Hey, this is the customer equal to, and here you can say, hey, this is my new customer. You can specify this is a customer and open and close braces and give this is the name. You can say, hey, name equal to, so let's Raj, and comma, you can say age equal to 34. So in this way you can define any value whatever you want, right? Okay, yes. So here let's just print them. Here you can say customer one. So this is the way you can declare variable of type customer. And you can say, hey, this customer are going to initialize with the custom object, that is the name and age, whatever you want. And you can just this, or similarly might be you can direct in this way, hey, maybe customer 2, you can say, hey, customer 2 initialization per the same way. You can say, hey, this is the customer and this is the customer, and I can say, hey, him, and age is the 45. So in this way you can declare, or you can declare so here you should use the colon, okay, not equal to, just colon, due to that there are colon. So here similarly is colon. Okay. So please note that whenever you are writing, you write the custom name age, and here the customer, instead of already 2 we have to click customer 2, and here you can use the customer 2, customer 2. So first things we learn, understand how first we define, we generally this types you can maybe generally types we are defining at the top of main, so that easily we can say this is the new type constructor, might be here we can declare our types, and in slice similarly this is the constructor customer 2, you can declare customer 2. Okay, so let's run it. Somehow saving another, so let's run from here. Okay, so it's clear now what is the custom type, how can define, just say keyword type and your type name, maybe a customer, employee, department, anything. And whenever you can define a custom type, you have to tell what is the structure of those type. Structure might be, its structure is the name, age, salary, department, address, permanent address, PAN number, anything, whatever things you can define, just you can define here, and it will compile and run. Okay, so there are lots of permutation combination here you can do, but this is the very simplest way. You can just try to display maybe your type employee, maybe you type your something happen, maybe you can deploy your any kind of variable, you can say. It's a very pain things in my system. Okay, not a, so somehow code compile and run, but understanding is that you can define your own custom. and you can declare own types, initialize with the own types, and you can also maybe different declaration plus initialize different way, or you can say directly hey customer 2, and without declaration you can say customer 2. Okay, so let's understand more why they are not running. So strange, go run go, it will. Okay, not an issue. So let's go some more concept here. So till now it's clear how you can define your own types or own object, or you can say anything. But here let's another term. This is your custom type, and this is what the is specific instance, you can say a specific object. Means now you have an object that have a, so here be clear, I am here in the first type we defining a custom type is the customer. Okay, but now this customer 1 customer 2 is your actually the object, customer 1 object and customer 2 object, and both have a same type, so this have a own name and own age. This have a own name and own age. Structure means the same for both object, but actually value of the name and age is the different. Name and age is different. So sometime you say this is a customer 1 and customer 2. These are the instance or object of a type customer. So you say, hey, we are going to declare one variable customer 1 of type customer. Okay, so that means this is the customer type, this is the structure. Tell me what, whenever you're going to slice this variable, what the possible value can be. So here you can say name and age, and similarly here name and age, but the value, notice value is the different value is the different value can be different, right? So notice here similarly you can get the output. Somehow this is okay, I'm not entered. So somehow notice this is my customer 1 and this is my customer 2. So in this way you can define your own customer object. Okay, so now let's how you can associate some kind of function or behavior. Notice here you can say hey, should we declare plus in this other next line, not an issue. This is just say hey, good practice, you can do this, but we should know how we can declare and how can initialize and how can use. Okay, so similarly, but one liner is also sufficient, which compiler are complaining here. Cannot. So let's think now, whenever you have this function, it's clear you can define any types, but customer have a, I want to associate, hey, so notice this is the customer, and this customer I can say hey, maybe customer 2, I want to access customer 2 only dot, you can say you can access the variable name and age. Okay, so you can say hey, I want to only name, then you can access the name. Okay, or you want to hey access the age, you can access the age. Any attributes or any field you can define here that can be accessible from the your instance dot, okay, your instance dot age. So notice here I have a not able to find something any function in this custom 2, but I want to, this is the attribute or field, I want to write some function, maybe display customer name or get name only or set name, something, any function you want to associate here. So how will do? So in Go language you cannot define any function inside your struct. So inside struct you can define your structure, but you cannot define your behavior. So question is that how we a developer can associate some function here, yeah, or method you can say. So for this, let's I instead of I'm writing this way, okay, this and this, this and this, why not say hey customer 1, maybe have a some function like customer create some method or function you can say. So how to do? So think here we have not any option, but on the top here you can write any function. Let's say display name with uppercase. Okay, so function, okay, display, okay, display, and here it will so question is, let's see, this is the display name with uppercase, this display name with uppercase, that's example. So how to do, so one way, this is a display function name, it will take maybe name as an input, just for example a string, and here say, hey, fmt dot println, and you can say, hey, whatever the name dot, yeah, you can say to uppercase name strings, okay, string class have to name, what say, here say your name is the strings, okay, fmt string. My system is somehow string. Okay, so let's as of now just print empty dot println. Okay. So we have to do uppercase string, GoLang uppercase. You can go GoLang. My system, it will working, yes, still work. So here you can say, I'm trying to say here, whenever you are writing your function, this function generally invoke, you cannot invoke like a customer, like here customer2 dot display. There is no such function available, right? So how we can associate this function to this customer object? Okay, each customer have a not independent say name or age. I want to custom function. Okay, so here you can somehow my system is, let me check what is happening. Okay, it's working. Internet working. Somehow my system is very risky. Okay, so no problem. So I'm trying to say, hey, we can associate this function with our any kind of a interface or any kind of a main go getting code action. Somehow this is very annoying. Code action. Something, why? Okay. Somehow due to the plugins are count. Okay, not any issue, let them, I'll figure out next what is the problem. Why they are checking always this. If true. Maybe later I will figure out why. Somehow very disturbing this. I'll disable some kind of plugins which are not currently working as expected. Maybe you can cancel it. Okay. So let's come on the point. So here, if you have a such function, I'm similar function. So how I can associate similar function to the here? So here you write, let's key display customer is a function name. So here I don't need to pass anything. I want to associate this is your receiver. Here say, hey, this is the customer type C, any type. Now you have a C dot name or whatever you want. Customer name, you can say, hey, customer name with H. You say, hey, customer name, or you can say maybe customer dot age, whatever you want to display here. Name equal to this, comma age equal to. So here this, okay, notice this function now associated to this customer. Okay, this is a function, this is independent function. They are not associated with any type. Okay, so this is your function, but this is the function. Now you can say this is the method because this is associated to the receiver function. Any types of customer can call this display customer or any function whatever you want. So just this indicate that this function become a part of associated with these types, any types here. So now we have a, this is the customer2 object. Here say, hey, customer2 dot display, why not, what say, so here say display customer, it will work. So here say dot why not display this way. So only this is somehow, my machine today is very channel. So in this way you can say now this function display customer will associated with this. So whenever you have a typing any kind of custom type or won't define type that is stuck, and whatever the variables, whatever the field you can say, and any kind of operation, any kind of behavior you want to associate, just tell just outside of this, hey, and this is your function. And how to write, hey, this is the only difference, this is receiver, means ki from any types of customer we can call this function, and due to this variable we can access this value. So let's run it. Go. Okay. So this is the way you can you can say pass here the complete function name, this variable automatically whenever say here customer 2 dot display, that means this customer2 object itself pass here as a C variable, and here they printing the customer2. Okay, here I am something wrong. Okay, come. And here you can say maybe here say okay, customer2 display, here you pass customer1 display. That means this customer1 display is whenever call this function, the value of C is the customer1. So this is the function which are bound to specific these types of object. This is known as a receiver, from where this function receive. Okay. So we have understand how we can define my own custom types, and with the keyword types, and name is the custom any types, and here what the structure of that means. Here define the all the your fields, and once field defined, if you want to associate some function, you write any number of function, but this function we cannot write inside the type, but outside of type you can say right here, right here, right here, and this is the normal function. But only difference is if you associate it with the here receiver, this receiver, that means this receiver say, hey, this function is associated to this types of object only. So due to that, now this function become a method. So whenever any function directly or indirectly associated with the particular types of, then you can say this is the method. Even this function, let's you can write another function, hey, another function that can receive as a pointer. No, sometime we receive here you can say pointer. So here you can receive pointer, and just like a update customer. So whenever you want to just reading the value of these types, you can use the normal variable, and whenever you want to change the name or change the address or change the something, then you can use the pointer. Pointer help us to change the associated with it. Here say c dot maybe age, you want to change, maybe change whatever the c dot age plus 1. Okay, so here notice this is the pointer. So here you can say, hey, this is the change the value, and see the change the value, or you can directly adjust this. Okay, so whenever here you are passing the pointer here, generally in the case of any update you want to this specific, I'll just take why. Whenever you're calling this function, this will make a own copy for this local variable, and they are only changing the local variable. For any read operation or display operation, you can use this, but preferable way always, if you're associating any function with a particular types, preferable way you can use the pointer, so that pointer is not making a duplicate copy for this own function, right? So even you can say, hey, here say customer 2 dot update customer. So here update customer, you can say, so here our function logic say, hey, I am going to update only the age just increasing 1. So here and after that again you say, hey, again display update to customer, and again display, and check the address. Okay. So notice here, okay, again run it. So whenever you are writing any function, okay, and this function have a receiver type, this is the receiver can be simple customer, or receiver can be your pointer type of customer. Okay, so what happened if from main function I call this, so whatever this customer object c1 customer 1 dot you calling, this customer as a receiver go here and one copy of the receiver, local copy, and whatever the value here mentioned, those copy are used inside the function. Here say display name something, modify something, only this local copy are modified, because this is the copy value reference, they are just copy the actual object. Whenever you are using the pointer, so whenever you calling the customer 2, let's customer 2 dot update, or so whenever you calling here, so they are not copying the value of this here. You can say, hey, this is your address, so this function is just take the reference, whatever the address of this is here, and whatever the his modification happen here, something change, they are going to actually modify this original content. So generally here you can say whenever you are writing receiver a simple variable, that is extra work, means ki whatever the object here you are passing, another copy is created inside a local of this function, and whatever the operation you perform, the local copy operation will perform. That will not impact anything in the original. But in the case of pointer, whenever you pass pointer, receiver receive the pointer, they are not making own copy. Whatever modification they are doing, they will actually reflect the original one. Okay. So notice here, age is increases to 46 and 46. This previously team is a 45. I call this function, and maybe good option I have to not write here. You can say, hey, I just modified here and just I not write here. Okay, maybe this is it. Okay, so this is the way you can just writing the function. Let's update customer age. You can say age. Okay, so here this is the function customer update. So the before team have a different age, and after update again checking, this will different age. Okay, so a preferable way always you are going. Let's run this. So whenever you are going to write any method that associated to the particular type, custom type, preferable way those methods should be used as a pointer, so that unnecessary duplicate copy for each function call are not going to be made by compiler. And but sometime you won't know, once my object is created, no function or method can change or modified. At that time it's feasible. This is also good, but extra overhead for this C variable, new objects or new memory space, new copy, extra work is required by the Go compiler. Okay, so notice here previously team was 45, I update the age and now it's about 46. If similar things you are trying to here, let's if similar here, you can say, hey, I'm trying to change the age here as well. So here say, hey, same code you can write here as well. Then might we can say before and after. You can say here say before and after. 4 before, and this is the after. This is the custom. Okay, and here similarly kind of let's hierarchy, similar kind of things I write here, just differences. Okay, here this is the update age customer. So in this way generally let's check the difference. Okay, so that's clear key what same business logic we written a two function. Okay, same thing we are calling from here both. Okay, for customer 2. So this is you can say, please note, whenever already in the last class we discussed the pointer concepts, and whenever you are writing a function, function receiver, this is your function receiver. Function receiver can be a normal variable, or function receiver can be your pointer variable. So generally preferable way use the pointer variable so that you can avoid unnecessary copy creation. So whenever let's see, this is our one object customer, and I say, hey customer, this is the team and age is a 45. I said display name. So whenever it's called display name, this is the display normal variable now without pointer. So whatever the one duplicate copy here internally created, hey, this is the team and this is the 45. Okay, and they do some modification. So and do modification and done. So this modification only done inside the local copy. But you say, hey, T2 does, let's say, hey, this is a pointer variable. So here pointer variable say, hey, okay, I receive the pointer, I have to do some modification, print whatever the value here printing, here print the value, here print the value, and what the modification, any modification, let's go the modify to this. So this actual object is not duplicate here. Duplicate is not created, no duplicate created, and actually you can modify the actual object. So sometime you want this actual object can be modified, then pointer help us do that. Unnecessary, they are not going to create a duplicate copy. But in the case of normal reference variable or normal receiver function, they can make a duplicate copy. For this example, very simple, two variable, but might be in real time you have defined one custom that can be 10 attribute, 100 attributes. Unnecessary, you are calling this function that they are duplicating those values. So please, preferable way possible you can use the pointer as both are the same. Okay, but okay. So notice here. Output. So here your before here customer no display function before and your after local changes. Okay, local change happened, and notice after that again I display it will be again while going to update the function. Notice this is the 45s are not impacted here. Again we're 45. This 46 local impacted are lost. But notice here I updated again is now become 46, and 46 is still preserved here. Again you can call 46 and then after call 47. Okay, so in this way you can notice somehow this was lost. Initially our customer 2 is the 45 and now customer 2 is 47. So let me check. Customer 2. Oh, so let's as of now just I commented here. So whatever display function here was just display your before and after increment. Okay, and once done, and after that I will call the increment age, and after that I can just print here. So I can just display here the point. So only difference is here you are passing this. Sometime yeah. So in this way you can pass this reference or pointer, and this pointer automatically here you can say this is the reference pointer, you can say, or even you can have a how to know the address. Maybe you can also use the reference pointer address operator and parenthesis operator, and it will give the same kind of a behavior. Okay, so these are the things you have to be carefully whenever you are going to define your own custom function or own custom data types or object. You can say you can either type struct and whatever the name, and whenever you are going to define any kind of function you want to associate with this customer, just make one receiver. This is the make association between these types. Okay, if you're not writing this is become independent function. Whenever you write association here, this is become your method. Now this is the method with a normal receiver and method with a pointer receiver. Preferable way you can use this pointer receiver. Okay, notice here. So first you have a variables like here your customer 2 45 here, display customer is calling 45 and after increasing 45. Okay, and after that you notice again I am calling to the updated 45 again. They are discarded changes, now 46. Okay, so this is way even you can say good option. Instead of that you can also just say hey good information, just after that you can just print here simply like customer 2, then you can find the actual difference. Okay, whenever two customer 2 differences. Okay, after 2 also the hey, normal just print customer 2. See the display customer 2. Okay, so here your customer 2 before and display. Here we display. Okay, customer 2 already have. Okay, yes, many times I copy. Okay, so here to customer 2 and update customer, again customer, display customer, again customer. you can observe the changes here. So these are the multiple permutation combination you can try and test, but it behave what we want. Okay, so normal receiver function, whatever the do modification, they are doing a local copy, no impact on your actual object. But in the case of pointer variable, you are do any kind of modification in local function, that will impact your actual object. Okay, so this is the kind of way Go language allow you can. This is the same thing you can. In other language, you can say this is the one kind of a class that have some attributes, and generally other programming language allow, like Java allow this function you can write inside this, so there is no need kind of a receiver function. But here look like a syntax like a C stuff, like, so you can say, hey, you can write this function in anywhere, just you associate, hey, what is this types. So this function is automatically associated with this types of object. This function is automatically associated with this type of function. So this is more, you can say, open, and you can write this function in anywhere, not only hey, this is the construct, then you can write within the method. But in the other language, you can write the same file, same block, you can write the method. But here you can write any, this is the different class. This is generally prefer whatever the types, you can write the same, so that someone understand, hey, this is the customer and this is all related method this class has, just for code readability. Okay, notice here our note here, initially customer 2 is a 46 age, that's good. Okay, and here customer 2, here 45, initially our customer 2 is 45. I am going to update customer, this is the 46, 45, then 46, now become 46. Notice I call display function. Display function receive 46, increase 47, and after notice main function actual customer object is still 46. This is discarded. Whenever you using the normal display function without pointer, the changes in the local copy is discarded, not available for the actual method. But here, for whatever pointer changes, it will reflect our original value. So hope this information help us to understand how you can define your custom type. Custom type you can say, or class you can say, or method, whatever you can say. But other, if you come from other programming language, object-oriented programming language, you can say this is a class, and you can say this is a method. But if you come from the C language, same as C also supports the syntax of, this is the syntax of C, is struct name and whatever the attributes, similarly here, and here you can say. So we'll cover more some class how you can different variety of this. This is a very basic how you can define your custom type using the help of a struct keyword, and how we can define method, as you know how to define any function and how to become a method. Because if you associate any receiver object from where this function going to receive, so in this way you can say function become a method. Okay, hope this information is helping you to understand about how Go language help us, our GoLang developer can define your own custom type. Okay, like here you can declare any variable of variable name and any types. Here you can declare any number of types, whatever the Go language support here, integer, float, decimal, book, string, whatever the types you have. But here we can also define, hey, this is my variable, this is my customer variable, and now I can define my own type. Here might be customer, employee, bank, department, energy, ecosystem, anything. Here you can define your own types. Due to that, say this is the type. So notice this is the type. This is the type. Customer. How to customer construct? Using these two fields. This customer have a two field. This is the attribute or field. And what is the behavior of this customer? Customer behavior may be function or attribute. This is the function. Function is the outside of this stuff. But how to link, how to associate, using this the same type. This is the customer C type or pointer type. Generally preferable way you can use the pointer types. Okay, so this is for today, and we'll continue on this topic more. Okay, so hope this information will help for you. Thank you.